Hey everyone, good evening. I'm Darrell Winninger from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center, and we are wrapping up this work week with a whole lot of cloud cover, several changes through this weekend, and some showers as another system is already moving through the Pacific Northwest. So we're about to do a deep dive in your most reliable forecast. Look at what's been happening, what's going to happen, and how these changes are really going to impact our weather right here in Central Oregon. And as of right now, we do have a whole lot of cloud cover. In fact, many of these cameras don't even show much in the way of clearing. We see a little bit from the Pine Mountain camera, the Oregon Hazards Lab camera, and the Lake Billy Chinook one looks gorgeous. In fact, a lot of these look very pretty. It's just been getting used to it. So if you feel like you've been stuck in a rut or you've been on repeat for the weather, it's pretty much what's been happening. We're in a setup where wave after wave of moisture is pushing through several different systems and several different fronts. Now, warm fronts clear the area, bringing some sprinkles and a bump in temperatures, but these cold fronts are breaking down over Central Oregon. What does that mean for us? Well, that means we've been keeping the cloud cover. We can see a few showers off in the distance in several of these cameras, but a lot of that isn't spreading out across the entire area of Central Oregon. In fact, a lot of these showers are coming down the east slopes of the Cascades and just fizzling out before they get down to the 97 corridor. So when we look at cameras across all of Central Oregon, we mostly have dry roads. We even have a few light shadows on the ground, indicative of some clouds thinning out at times, but most of the showers have been up in the Cascades, and most of the showers have been rain showers. Speaking of the mountains, let's take a look at them. We have not gotten much at all in the way of snow. Both Hoodoo and Bachelor remain open, and people are having fun up there. Look, we even have some folks night skiing on Manzanita, that camera that's looking off to the north, catching a couple of snowboarders. And so there is still enough to play in the mountains, and in our lower elevations, we are just woefully behind when it comes to precipitation this winter, and it definitely does not feel like winter. So just looking at some of the Central Oregon snowpack, and this is the computer pointing out some numbers. Now, and through the Three Sisters in the highest elevation, still a whole lot of snow, 71 inches. Around Bachelor, not specifically at the base of Bachelor, about 2 feet. And around Hoodoo in the Sandy Ann Pass, we have about 1.5 feet. To look at the specific numbers from each one of those spots, we have 27 inches at Bachelor. That has not changed except for losing 1 inch since Monday. I'm looking at some notes real quick. Yeah, Monday it was at 28 inches as a snow depth, so we've lost 1 inch since Monday. Now Hoodoo is at 17 inches. We've lost only 1 inch since Monday. Timberline is at 40 inches. We actually gained 4 inches there, and that was just the other night. And Meadows is at 36 inches, and we actually lost 1 inch there, and that is net losses and gains. We have seen those numbers go up and down here through the last several days, but ultimately, as we go forward through the next several days, we're not looking at too much at all in the way of precipitation or mountain snow. So even Saturday's powder prognosis, fresh snow tonight, nada, none. Now, a lot of cloud cover is expected, and by tomorrow, especially in our lower elevations, we'll begin to see some clearing, and temperatures are going to be very mild, not quite near record highs. Record highs are well into the mid to upper 60s. We're not going to get that warm, but some 60s are going to be possible. Now at elevation, we're topping out in the 40s with some 50s, so it's going to feel like spring skiing up if you're up at the mountain, or snowboarding up at the mountain. Now, when it comes to air quality, good to moderate across the high desert. Not much to talk about there, and satellite and radar does show some of those light showers. Some of the ones we were seeing on a few of those cameras, specifically the Bachelor camera that overlooked Tumalo Mountain and Bend, you can see those showers working their way into parts of the high desert, but there's just not a lot of it. And that's been the trend with this setup, is as a cold front fizzles out over the Pacific Northwest, it just wrings out all of that moisture over the Cascades, or what little moisture there is, leaving us with just some sprinkles, some light showers through the high desert. In this pattern, it's not over yet. The biggest difference is tomorrow we do get some clearing, but one thing that I can point out for you is we did see where that cold front was fizzling out that's over Central Oregon and going up through Central Washington, but what those surface analysis did not show you, let me reposition the camera here, is not only do we have a fizzling cold front moving through Central Oregon, but if you look at our next low pressure, which is way out over the northern Pacific Ocean south of the Gulf of Alaska, you can almost clearly make out that cold cold front stretch south, well offshore. But also you can see that warm front a little bit coming to just south of Seattle. You can see it in the cloud cover and the isobars. And what that's telling me is the warm front is already attached to the system that's fizzling out today. And so we are looking at some changes, but really the warming trend continues across the high desert, and water vapor imagery from satellite shows that we have a lot of moisture left over central Oregon. So some showers tonight and then clearing by tomorrow. Winds will still be breezy at times during the next 48 to 72 hours, so the next 3 days. But your forecast model actually shows some sprinkles, then clearing tomorrow. We catch that sunshine with some in and out clouds Saturday and a light breeze. By Sunday, we are back to showers. Freeze frame. Let me back that up, because what we saw was, as that system pushed through, we got a little bit of snow in the Cascades and some showers in the lower elevations, and that's it. By Monday, we have a chance of some light showers, but not much. Meanwhile, we just have a dry air mass over central Oregon. With that, temperatures today topped out in the 50s and some 60s. Right now, we are still in the 50s across most of the high desert, except for out in Beline and some of our higher elevations. That actually puts us between 2 and 11 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. Tonight, 30s with a few freezing spots for lows, and then back into the 50s with some 60s tomorrow for Saturday. So a bigger warm up is expected under this ridge of high pressure, 50s and a few 60s. After that, showers roll into the high desert. I'm going to back up real quick. After that, showers roll into the high desert, and this whole cold front fizzles out over the Pacific Northwest. Highs Sunday and Monday, 50s with some 40s. But by Monday, some showers are expected early, then we get some clearing. But all said and done, we're not looking at much. Between now and Monday at 11 p.m., a little bit of snow in the mountains, a little bit of rain in the lower elevations. And so the biggest change up outside of some sprinkles is going to be roller coaster temperatures with that big cool down Sunday and Monday, and then another warm up. Even that cool down keeps us above average for this time of the year. So let's look at a forecast model that's actually going to go out a little bit further. We have some sprinkles tonight, clearing tomorrow, tons of sunshine with in and out clouds Saturday, showers Sunday. Watch what happens on Monday. The remnants of that cold front bring some showers through. That's also part of the next warm front. And then by Tuesday, we're back to more sunshine than clouds. So between now and noon on Tuesday, we are looking at some showers, really not much. Through the rest of the work week, a little bit more. Again, not much. Meanwhile, winds are a little on the gusty side. Gusts between 15 and 25 miles per hour across the high desert. In the next couple of days, it is going to be breezy at times. Sunday brings the strongest winds. That's as that next cold front fizzles out over the Pacific Northwest. Meanwhile, tonight, 30s. Couple spots get into the 20s, so some freezing temperatures are expected. By Saturday, we're talking 50s with some 60s. And your 7-day planner shows after either side of 60 degrees Saturday, we get that dip in temperature Sunday and Monday. That's when we're getting some of those showers. Winds get breezy for most of us. Then another warm up, then another cool down. So truly, roller coaster temperatures across central Oregon. Here are your weather headlines for this Friday, January the 30th. More sunshine Saturday, cold front fizzles on Sunday, and then a spring-like stretch as we go through the first week of February. Even right now, we don't have much precipitation showing up on radar. Satellite shows a full deck of cloud cover with some showers, a little bit of snow in the highest elevations. That's the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News. We'll have the latest headlines and your most reliable forecast. See you then.